Another day, another dollar. You hear the hooting and the hollers, melodic impalas and shot collars in every single homie.
Yo, welcome to FLO. I'm so excited to be here. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. We want to create opportunities for artists out here in our region and where we're from, and then expand and help other artists create opportunities for themselves. But again, we want to shift our focus to this artist right here. She goes by the name of Mahal.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Man, I'm great, man. Like I said, it's been a process.
I know.
We're finally here. We were just talking about how long ago was it when we did when I saw you at the show?
August.
So I want to just tell them briefly about that story, but it's crazy how I went to see Tree and then you were there and it just all, merged together. But let's get into who you are, because that's what it's about, letting y'all know who this artist is. So where are you from? Where were you born?
So I was born in Sassoon City, but I just say that I'm from Sac because this is where I was.
Okay.
I was bred out here. I went to school, Hiram Johnson, 4 years.
You're from the South Side? No, you're from the South Side. Okay.
Sir, come on now.
I wasn't sure if you were born. Okay, so.
Yeah, no, I came to Sacramento when I was like 6. And I've been here my whole life.
You've been here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you stay out here now?
So no, I recently moved back to my hometown just because COVID hit and I lost my job and I needed to go take care of my grandma.
For sure.
But as of recently, there's talk of me getting a house out here with my label so that I can just produce music content. So I should be back out here real soon.
Real soon. Mm-hmm. So I don't know much about that area, Sassoon, Fairfield. Mm-hmm. So what's it like growing up there?
From what I can remember, it's just a really small town. A lot of white people, you know what I mean? Just like not very much color out there, not a lot of flavor. So it was all right. I can't remember too much. I was like 6, but once I got out here, it was just a whole culture reset for me. I was able to be a lot more creative. I was really popular in high school, just always talking to everybody a lot more myself. You feel me?
Right. Mm-hmm. That's good. That's good. So as far as I remember you were saying about your music career, you haven't performed that much.
No, this is actually gonna be not me trying to count my fingers.
Hey, pull it out.
This is my 5th performance.
This is your 5th performance today.
Ever. Yeah.
Way to finish the hand with the 5. That's what's up.
For real.
So just tell me about your experiences just being a young artist. How's it been so far? Performing, what have you learned?
Oh my God, I've learned a lot. But as a young artist, I've only been doing this for a year. Now, I'm growing my platforms, you feel me? My TikTok, I have over 117,000 followers, really? 1.4 million likes on my page. I did that in about a month, and it's a lot of pressure now, but before, it was all just exploring and figuring out what I wanted to do, because I wasn't even rapping at first. I was like, man, I'm Asian. I don't know if they're gonna fuck with me. I don't know what's gonna go on there, so I had no confidence, and until I met Yums Awkward, he really helped push me into this bubble, but it's like not a bubble, you feel me? It's a bubble where I can be me, but everybody's in that bubble, you feel me? And I was introduced left and right to people who just created opportunity until I met my management team, and that's Bedroom Trap. And before I met them a year ago, it was just at some Kings player's house. I had showed up there and it was like 3 a.m. and I sang for them on somebody's porch. Didn't know who they were, didn't know what influence they had on the music community, which is a lot. And so they accepted me into their hearts and they've guided me and mentored me up until now, where they recently signed me. So I am not exclusive to them, but I am signed to them, which is really cool. Okay. But it is a lot of pressure and a lot of stress, but this is the only life that I'd want to live.
Right.
Being here with you guys right now, being able to do this, being able to take my word, put that to song, and show the people that, you feel me?
Right. And how old are you?
I'm 20.
20? Yeah, young artist. You got a lot of time to grow. So
I do. That's what I'm so excited about.
But what it sounds like is you're in a good position. You got a good team and management behind you to help you through this process. And I think that's what's important as an artist, is having people giving you guidance and just telling you where to go, giving you opportunities, and just, those writing sessions, whatever it may be. So that's what's up. What about your, even though you're a young artist, I'm sure you have content, you know what you're talking about, because I've heard a lot of your music. It's very structured, good writing. So I just want to know, do you have an overall message in your music at this point?
An overall message is My name is Kita Mahal. In Tagalog, that means give love. You reverse that, that means Mahal kita, that means I love you. So my music is my love and I give that to you. So in every aspect of my music, my love is originated in there. Almost everything you hear has to do with some sort of aspect of just like a love. Either it's love for yourself, love for an object, love for this, love for that, the way you show that. It could be anything. So the one thing I get across though is that with the intricacy that I put into my lyrics, that comes from a space of purely just love for the art. And I guess that's my biggest message that I can put in there and I hope gets across to the people is that this is my love, this is my music, and I give this to you because I love you. You feel me? For my fans, for anybody who listens.
That's a great place to start though. It's just far as knowing what you want to talk about, you know? So I wanted to ask you as well, like every artist has their own way of writing, you know. What's your writing process? What gets you going? Are you just motivated off top? You know? No, it's a process.
No. I smoke a little weed and then I get to go, and I'm not going to lie to you. You know what I mean? I sit in my grandma's garage and I sit up in her garage and I just put on beats on YouTube and I'll just start writing like that.
Okay.
That's about it. I don't really have a process at all. It could be different every single time. But since I live, breathe, eat, feel music all day long, this process isn't really very hard for me. It's just words start coming to my head and tunes and melodies and stuff like that. I'm very musically inclined. My mom can play any instrument. She can sing. She can do all of that. So she passed that down to me.
That's good. Your mom did music? Does music? Or she did music. What did she sing? What did she do?
My mom is a singer. She was almost on American Idol, but it was back in the day when teen pregnancy was hella shamed on, and she had me when she was 15. So they told her, hey, go take care of your kid. You don't need to be doing this right now. But my mom is one of the most beautiful singers I've heard in my entire life.
Okay. That's what's up. Well, I was going back to, I had a question I wanted to ask you earlier. You said you were Asian. Are you full-blooded Asian? Really?
Yeah, I'm Filipino and Japanese.
Oh, okay. Okay. I thought it was Filipino and Hispanic. I'd heard something different at the show. So, like I said, as a young artist, what are you most excited about right now at this point? Besides, getting ready to perform and everything.
I think the one thing that I'm most excited about is meeting people who have heard my music. To hear what they have to say about that, their feedback, their intuition on what I'm doing. That matters a lot to me. Is not opinions, but just like how are you vibing, you feel me? Like, what do you think? Like, which could be an opinion, but I don't care too much about that. I care more about like, how did you feel when you heard this? You feel me? That's my biggest thing, is the feelings that come across through music, because that's what it means for me. When I listen to music, it's how am I feeling right now? Why am I over listening to this song? Why am I playing it over and over and over again? Because it makes me feel something. And I want to know what the people think. So that's the one thing I'm most excited about. Because as I keep releasing music, new feelings are going to rise for different people. You feel me? And that's just so many.
Like I said, tourist game, man. We move off feeling and passion, man.
Yes.
And I just want to say this real quick. For me, being a young artist, when I was a young artist, and tourist as well, I think for me, music got me out of my comfort zone. I'm a real comfort zone, structured plan, but being an artist, the friends I had, it all helped me just step out of my box. So I think that's what music is really all about at the end of the day. But I also wanted to ask you, because I was listening to your music and you perform, you have a lot of different styles, and I can't just say you're a singer or rapper. So I want to know, do you consider yourself a singer, rapper, just an artist, or it's just still open in the air right now?
Because I'm 20, I'm going to deem it open. I don't know where I'm going right now, but I try to use my age to my advantage with being versatile, you feel me? So I want it to be like, hey, we need somebody to hop on this song. Call Kita. She can do it. You feel me? That's the type of confidence I want people to place in me and to place within myself, because I'm not just one thing. My whole life I've grown up just living for others. Now I get to live for myself, and I can do whatever I want with that. You feel me? So I'm a storyteller, I'm a rapper, I'm a singer, I'm a poet. And that's about it, though. I don't draw or do art or nothing like that.
I think that's the great thing about being an artist today, since like hip hop is transformed, with R&B is fused, that it's made it where the artist can really do what they want to do. You don't know if they're singing or rapping. You know what I mean? You've heard those songs before. You can't really pinpoint what they're doing, but you know it's a good song. You know what I mean? So I think that's great. Can't pinpoint it. Just leave it open for right now. But I will say you got a dope rapping voice. So if you ever just want to spit some stuff, you could. Do you freestyle?
No.
Okay, I wanted to ask that. I was like,
I mean, it depends. If I'm like in a cypher, like my freestyling isn't like, oh, like I can look at stuff and start rapping about it. No, it's stuff that's already in my head and it slowly strings and weaves itself together to make something cohesive.
Okay.
But like on the spot, usually I'm pretty bad at it unless there's like a good beat and I have like a big old cipher of people to just hype me up and stuff like that.
Right,
And I'm
right.
like, okay, I could do it. But I think with time, I'll be able to freestyle. You feel me?
Right. It's a fun thing because it's all about improvising.
Yeah,
and
it's
just,
fun.
You know, like you said, it's more about like looking at stuff when it's there. So tell me more about your friendship with Stuck in the Tree. I'm interested in just knowing how that happened. You don't have to tell me the full story, but just tell me how it came together.
We can condense it down. Bringing back Yums, he introduced us.
Okay.
He saw me at Freestyle Fridays, which is an event we have here in Sacramento where a bunch of rappers can come and just freestyle on beats or singers or do whatever. And I performed very last minute. And he saw me and was like, yo, I got a female I want you to meet. Me and her hit through social. I immediately loved her music. It was beautiful. I'd never heard nothing like it. And then we met in person. She came to my house. And since day one, we've never had a fight, an argument, nothing. She's the person I'm most cohesive with in this world. It's like butter. We write like butter.
She's just so
we perform
cool.
like butter. She is cool, bro. And she is older than me. She gives me advice because I am 20. I haven't been through life that long. I'm oblivious to a lot of things. I've learned different than other people. So she gives me so much advice on a way to have a healthy love life or to be healthy myself. And she's helped me through everything. So our dynamic is one that I will cherish for the rest of my life.
That's what's up. I think y'all about to do a lot of dope stuff together. Matter of fact, I know
Yes,
you are.
we are. We have a
And
lot
as we,
planned.
segue into that, I want to know, do you have any upcoming projects, singles? What's going on with you this year?
So right now, the main project that I'm focusing on is my EP with Stuck in a Tree. We want it to come out in spring, but given, it's difficult to make music. It takes a lot of energy, a lot of effort, a lot of money. And so we got to put some money into that. But I recently got my label, so they're supporting us now, and we have investors looking at us. But we're trying to release that in spring, a little 5-6 song EP. But then I'm also going to be releasing some singles. And then after this live performance, me and her have another live performance for one of our songs.
Really?
Another one, yeah. So they're going to do a whole set for us and all that too.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So can you say the name of the project or this
I
label or management you can't say yet?
No, I think I can, yeah. So basically our EP is going to be called Head in the Clouds.
Okay.
So we just
maybe
wrote
said
it.
that.
We wrote it real high. That's why it's called Head in the Clouds. So
Hey.
every single song, that's how we wrote. And honestly, it allows a lot of space for versatility because when you're high, you think of literally anything and everything. You have the most ideas when you're high.
Right.
And so our songs are all so chaotically and just beautifully different that it just works. Like when you guys hear this, when y'all hear it, I promise you, it's going to be ethereal. It's going to change your
I
life.
can't wait. I can't wait. Well, like I said, I'm excited for it when it comes out. I hope I get to hear it, before everybody else. But I want to know also, we talked about earlier what you've learned and how things have been for you. And that's good that you have people backing you and helping you out. But what's your biggest challenge so far? Like, I won't say hard, but if there's been some difficulties, what has it been?
Learning my voice. As much as I feel confident in it, there's so many things that I still want to learn how to do with it. And when you're in a studio, it's not just like, yeah, you sing, but you need to layer your harmonies. You need to layer your runs. You have to do vocals. And that is hard for me. It's not as easy as it looks. Having to harmonize my own voice. It's like, I don't know how many times I can do this differently for it to be something that sticks and is like ear candy, you feel me? And that's been my biggest challenge so far. Writing, I have that down, but it's just vocalizing onto a track and recording in the booth too, because even when I get in the booth, I still get butterflies in my stomach. You feel me? So I'm trying to get over that, but with time it'll come. But that's my biggest challenge right now.
Right. That's just funny you say that. I feel like we had a lot of similarities growing up as young artists. And for me, that was not a difficulty, but I came up in a group and I feel like at that time, all my friends had a cooler rap voice than me. So I had an aggressive tone and it took me a while to find my voice. I think it's always room for artists to grow with their voice, but when you find it, it's great. But I just want to tell you as a fan, it sounds great right now. So don't worry about it too much. I don't even look at it as a challenge, just, free flow it,
Thank you.
No problem. I want to ask you about one of your songs, one of the first songs I've seen you perform. I thought it was called Colors, but it's called Anything But Blue. So what was your motivation behind that? How are you, feeling about that?
I had met a little PYT, and in the time I was so depressed, and every time I looked at her, it was just a different color that I was seeing, I was feeling. And I was always so sad, I was always so blue, you feel me? But when I was around her, it was like things were so much different. I could see differently. The world was just a tad bit brighter. You feel me? So as the song goes through, it's just talking about how I don't want to feel blue no more. I want to feel pink and greens and yellows and teals and oranges. But at the end of the day, I find out that my favorite color is you. You know, it's her.
Right.
So that's basically how the song goes.
Man, isn't it crazy how like a relationship or something can give you like, you write a whole song. Did it take you long to write it? Or?
No, I wrote that in about 15 minutes.
See, it's when it's like experience and you just something you feeling, not even about rhyming. It's just like I'm literally telling you this story.
Yes.
And putting some art and spice on it, you know. But that's what's up. So I got a couple more questions before we wrap up this interview. What do you think you need as an artist right now to take it to the next level? You know, what do you want, or what do you need really?
So what I need right now is a stable place to live. I'm going between SAC and Sassoon every month. So I've been in SAC already for 3 weeks. I've not gone back home. I've not laid in my bed in the last 3 weeks. I've been through a lot emotionally as well. Just going through it with different people and relationships and connections. So stability right now, at least with a house, is my main thing. And I can't just, as much as I want it to happen fast, I don't know if it's going to, but I have a really good chance to move in with Stuck in a Tree soon and Yums and us create this environment where we only get to make music. You feel me?
Right.
We won't have to work. We'll just be able to make music at a moment's notice. And we're really close to achieving that. So honestly, that's my only thing right now. I'm a minimalist.
Right.
You feel me? So it doesn't take
Me
a lot
too.
to make me happy. It doesn't take a lot to make sure that I got energy or anything like that. It's real easy. But a place to live out here with my people and my label is my main thing right now.
Right. That's a good goal to have. Security and stability.
Hopefully by the time
Right.
this interview comes out, you'll see a comment of me saying that I got a place.
Yeah, because you got to come back to the 916, man.
Yes.
You know, come back home, man.
This is my city.
That's what's up. So, but that's a good way to look at it, you know, just like I said, stability and security, because I feel like artists need time to create, you know, and if you're not working a job, you need a place to write your songs and comfort and
Yes.
people around you to do that. So that makes sense. Lastly, as we close this interview, like, do you feel like you're living a dream right now, like for success? Is it money? Is it just stability? What's success to Keita Mahal? Let the people know.
So success for me is happiness. My biggest goal my whole life was to be happy. My 18-year-old self would be immensely, immensely proud of me right now because I had absolutely no guidance 2 years ago. I had nowhere I was going to go. I was living out of this apartment in a very toxic relationship. I was literally living for everybody else but me. So now this itself is surreal for me. I have cameras on me. I have you paying attention to me in a way that is exclusive to who I am. You want to know things about me. I've never had that before. You feel me? Like from friends, sure, but in this way with my music and the words that I'm saying, you asking just about my song, you feel me? I'm successful
That's
right
a
now.
win.
You know, so I can only go up from there. And yeah, so my success is my happiness and I'm extremely happy right now.
Right.
So we all good.
Well, I think we got it. Keita feels successful right now. She's living a dream. I feel like I'm living a dream just interviewing her. This is just a great experience. I'm excited to see you perform and do your thing. Again, this is Ill Cool Flow. Tune in.
Another day, another dollar. You hear the hooting and the hollers, melodic impalas and shot collars, and every single homie he wants to be a baller, but all I see is you.